Hey, this is Jared Neuss, producer of Peggle 2 at PopCap Games. I'm here at PAX and I'm going to show you a little bit of the new Peggle game, so let's jump into it. At PAX we're showing off two masters. We have Bjorn, the returning Peggle master, and we have Luna. She's one of our brand new masters. Her levels are a little bit less easy than Bjorn, so we'll just go ahead and dive right into the first Luna level. So what you're going to notice first off is that the masters are no longer just up in the gun. One of the things we wanted to do with Peggle 2 was create a more immersive world for the player to travel through and have all the levels really tie back into the master, their personality, and sort of their story. So Luna's the new master. She lives in kind of a spooky swamp, and she has a power called Nightshade that I'll talk about in just a second. So you see the masters are over there fully animated. Today we're demoing on Xbox One. Peggle 2 is going to be exclusively first on Xbox One in the launch window for the console. So right away you're going to notice, she's fully animated. She's reacting to your shots. When you do well, she gets excited. When you don't do so great, she may not be as excited. And as the game progresses, she'll get more and more tense. We've activated Luna's special power, and so you're going to see her transform in just a second. So now we are in Nightshade, and what Nightshade does is something very different for Peggle Master Powers. It takes all the blue pegs on the board and turns them into what we call ghost pegs. So ghost pegs can be shot directly through, and so you'll see when I shoot this ball, it is going to go through all the blue pegs and hit only orange and green pegs. What that enables you to do is a couple different things. If you just want to kind of cruise through the levels and progress through the campaign, it's a really nice way to be able to clear out difficult to reach orange pegs. But the really cool thing is that when you get a little bit more advanced, you can start using it in different ways, such as waiting until your multiplier is really high, then activating Nightshade, then shooting through as many blue pegs as you possibly can to get extra balls and higher scores. And so you'll notice that Luna's power is incredibly powerful for competitive multiplayer. It's great for trying to get those tough score objectives on the levels. There's a bunch of great uses for it. Another thing that we're super proud of in the game is the audio system. And so we have a completely redesigned audio system that changes as you play through the levels. As you get closer to either finishing a level or as you're running out of balls, the audio system is going to shift in tone and kind of change and become a little bit more tense than it otherwise would be. So I am not playing this particularly well, but you should hear it get a little bit more intense and right into extreme fever. So there's a couple things I should point out. One is the extreme fever music for Luna is very different from Bjorn. So Bjorn still has Ode to Joy. That's an integral part of the game that we wouldn't dream of taking out. But we do have brand new fever music for all of the masters that we're doing now. So you'll hear that their unique soundtracks build kind of an intensity towards whatever their fever music is. So it's a really seamless integrated experience in the game. You also notice that there's a bunch of optional objectives at the end of the level. Every level has about 3 optional objectives, and they range anywhere from clearing all the pegs, which can be incredibly difficult on some levels, to doing things like getting high scores, low scores with wins, and a bunch of different crazy stuff. So we really want to incentivize people to play through the game, get a feel for the levels, and then go back with different Peggle masters to try to complete all of the optional objectives. A bunch of us in the office are insatiable completionists, and so we want to enable other people to have the same bad habits that we do. There's a lot of little touches in the game that are super cool that it may not be super apparent at first, but you'll pick up over time. So we have a lot of really cool audio shifting, a lot of really cool animations. The tones of the levels are all very unique and custom tailored to the master that you're playing. So again, Luna has a very Sleepy Hollow kind of a vibe, whereas Bjorn is taking you on a tour through the Peggle Institute. You'll see now that I am playing horribly, and had originally intended to beat this level. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that, but we'll see how well I can do. I'm going to try to use Luna's power a little bit more strategically here to kind of reinforce what I was saying before, which is if you wait till a little bit later in the level to use it, and you can manage to get through a bunch of blue pegs, you have the potential to get a much higher score than you otherwise would. So we will see how well I can do. So an extra ball, that's exactly what I was trying for, because I am amazing at Peggle. Yep. For the free ball. Again, you can hear the music. Let's pick it up, it's getting a little bit more intense. Let's pretend that shot never happened. Just move right past it. And so I lost. You get to hear our awesome level losing music. Cool, so that's Luna. That is me playing really well and also me playing really poorly. Again, Peggle 2 is an Xbox One launch title. We are exclusively first on Xbox One, and can't wait for everybody to play it and check it out. So this is Jared from PAX, signing off.